Alright, so this talks about making a stem and leaf plot. Stem and leaf plot is something you made last year. You worked on last year if you were in Keller. Okay, we just watched that video. We're writing this in our journal so that you have an example in your journal to look back at later. Okay? So first it says, in your journal, make a stem and leaf plot of the data below. So we make a stem and leaf plot of the history test scores given below, then complete each test, or then complete each question. Okay, first of all, a stem and leaf plot must have a title, so we know what information is going to be on here. So the title might be something like test scores. I didn't see on many of y'all's paper a title. So you need to make sure you have a title. You need to make sure you have a title. So if you do not have a title, please put a title on there. As long as it's something related to test scores or history scores or something like that, then you're going to be fine. But it must have a title. All right, as we saw also, we have two columns. We have the stem and we have the leaf. In this case, the stem is going to be our tens place. Now you want the data, as Mr. Academy showed us a moment ago in the Khan Academy video, you want the data to be in order from least to greatest or greatest to least, just so it's organized in data. Usually it's going to be in order from least to greatest. So what is our smallest tens place? Just the tens place. The smallest tens place is what, Lainey? 6. What is our largest tens place, Lainey? 9. So we need to go 6, 7, 8, and 9. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yes. Okay, I'm recording so you can't come up. All right, so what scores are in the 60s? Fred?
5.
Okay, so our leaf has to have 5. Okay, so this represents 65.
And 9.
Okay, so I've used 65, and this represents 69. So I've used 69. How many different numbers am I going to have in my leaf? No, in all my leaves together.
10.
10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Now my 70s. My 70s. Olivia, what do you have in your 70s?
3, 8.
73 and 78. So 78, 73. In my 80s. In my 80s. Ethan.
0,
Okay?
2, and 8.
Okay, so we have an 80 and 82. And
Oh, wait. I looked that up. There's a 6. No, there's an 8. There's a 6 there.
there's a 6 too.
Oh. Yes.
Okay? So 86 and 88. So I've done all my 80s. And my 90s. What's going to be in my 90s? Addison.
90. I mean, not 90. 1 and 5.
Okay, a 1 and a 5. So I have 91 and 95. So our 3 questions, A, B, and C. Jaden, what was the lowest score on the history test? A 65. And we can look here 65. Some people want to do the 69. That's not quite accurate. 65. Betsy, what was the highest score on this history test? 95. And what was the range? Remember, range. We take the biggest number, which we just found out was 95, subtract the smallest number, which we just found out was 65. So what is the range? Addison's friend Ashley. 30. Our range is 30. And you know what the cool part is? Is I'm really not required to teach you range this year, but since I'm so awesome, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Since I'm so awesome, I'm doing it. Okay, so this would be what it would look like answering these three questions. Are there any questions about this stem and leaf plot? Jaden, does that make some sense? Okay, you should have it all written in your journal. Made your stem and leaf plot, made sure it had a title, answered these three questions. Evan.
Does it have to go from least to greatest?
Well, it's got to be in order.
No, but like, does it have to go 0, 2, 6, 8?
Yes.
Okay.
It has to go, because if I went 5, 1, then it's going to be confusing on which one has the highest grade. Okay, so it does need to be ordered. In your leaf, it does need to be in order from least to greatest. Dominic.
For the stem, could I go like 6 at the bottom, 9 at the top, and
So do you want it to go 9?
like 9, 8,
9, 8, 7, 6?
Yes.
That's not the way you're going to see them written. So as long as you can read it. I mean, right now you're not going to get a job where they say, if you don't make a stem and leaf plot correctly, you're going to get fired. You won't have that situation. But you're going to see them written from least to greatest.
Okay.
And unlike when we made a frequency table yesterday, stem and leaf plots obviously only work for numbers. So if your data is numbers, you can see a stem and leaf plot written. When we talked about how you get to school, you're not going to put, in your stems, not going to be bus. It doesn't work that way. It can be a frequency table for that kind of information. Stem and leaf plots just for numbers. Nevaeh. Sure, Nevaeh's going to the restroom. We needed to know that. Thank you for watching. Love y'all.